So I've got Joe Norris from Get Your Tips Out. And today's question for you, Joe, is how is artificial intelligence impacting sports betting? And how is it impacting certain tipsters and how they're choosing their selections? Is AI playing a factor in this?
Yeah, so there's two parts to this really. I think the first part is how's it impacting from the better's point of view, and
Yeah,
then I suppose the second part of it could be how do I feel it's impacting the odds. So the first part, I think, is definitely impacting it for the bettor and the punter because people are making more informed decisions. They're obviously, yeah, you can enter as much data as you want into a system, and it's saving you a hell of a lot of time. So you're crunching the data quicker, and I think you're making better decisions. Obviously, in terms of the odds, I don't think it's impacting it that much yet. I think that's still to come. I think
yeah.
as it throws out more profitable angles, obviously I feel like the bookies are going to cotton onto it eventually, and then start cramping the odds. But yeah, it's definitely having an impact.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. I think especially in football on some lower league teams where you don't know much information about how
Mm.
they play, how many goals that they're scoring, the referee booking kind of on previous games, and you can
Yeah,
just quickly load all that information in and get the data presented through to you, and then get their kind of predictive odds from their modelling of what they think that it should be, and you compare that against the existing odds from the bookies and if there's a
yeah,
big difference, you can then go ahead on it. This doesn't seem to stack up. So yeah,
mm.
I feel that artificial intelligence is great for finding value in certain events that you might not have found the value yourself because you don't have time to study
Yeah,
every single football match on a Saturday afternoon, for example. And sometimes these odds compilers they can make mistakes. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's there's value to be found there.
yeah,
Whether it's impacting it on the bigger festivals and the Premier League games, I'm yet to see it yet. But it's only becoming more efficient as GPT-4 with ChatGPT and OpenAI becomes GPT-5,
mm.
and all the other AI models start to be getting more data put into it. I feel
Yeah.
that it will help. Like you said, I think it helps the tipsters to crunch the data faster, and then
Yeah.
they can make informed decisions.
That's it.
It's very interesting to think the way AI is working at present. Are you using AI then?
Yeah, yeah, I am. I mean, it's interesting what you just said about it crunching the data quicker. So in terms of like a live match, you have like a player that will uh, do a few fouls, and then with AI, it's feeding that live data. So that's almost like a totting up process. So if you're looking to sort of back that player to be booked, I feel like sometimes with AI, it can work quicker than the bookies can alter the odds. So if you've got a
Yeah,
player that's on his full foul, that will come through the system, and it'll be like back this player to be booked. Obviously, that player, there might be 15, 20 minutes left in the game. That player could be 7, 8 to 1 to get booked.
yeah,
Um, and obviously, like when a player makes a foul, the odds for them to be booked drops. But I feel
yeah.
like there's a little bit of a time period there where you can get the value for that.
Yeah. I think another one that's really good with artificial intelligence as well is sometimes the going conditions could say that it's good to soft.
Yeah.
And after the first two races, you can load in the information of the data of the first kind of two races of all the runners and riders. And if
Mm.
you feel that the mean of the horse of where it should have come, it's
Yeah.
outperformed its running and it likes heavy ground, you
Yeah.
quickly start to go, actually, this is riding a lot slower and you can do the times as well are
Yeah.
riding a lot slower than what the official going is. It's not good to soft. It's riding very tacky. It's riding more like soft to heavy ground.
Mm.
And then in the later races, you might be able to find one or two that might be a 10 to 1 shot. But if they knew it was like soft or heavy ground, it'd be more like 4 or 5 to 1. And
Mm.
you can find value there as well. So it's just like anything in the
Yeah.
market. It's about to find the value to see whether you can make the profits.
That's it. But it comes down to the time it takes you to filter that information yourself.
Yeah.
is, like you say, you'll watch the race, you'll note down the time, you'll see, you can then start to work out the ground. Whereas if you're just entering that system into AI, it's going to do it in a matter of seconds rather than sort of minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's crazy how the output, like the input and the output of what you get, it's literally within 20, 30 seconds of what you're getting. So, no,
Yeah.
it's good. So, if anyone wants, it'd be interesting to hear anyone who's watching this, what's your thoughts on AI with the impacts of sports betting? Do you think it's impacting it at the moment? Do you think it's not impacting it? Do you feel that artificial intelligence is going to become more important for yourself or for certain tipping lines? Leave a link in the comments. Drop a comment on Twitter or wherever. Be interesting to hear your thoughts of whether AI is going to impact sports betting in the future.